Who are we? We're so funny. There's no way that's what she meant.
You just need the attention. Who doesn't love to be love bombed, right?
Hey, y'all.
Wait, first, what's our name? Are we two girls, one mic?
We are two girls, one mic.
Welcome to the pilot episode.
Pilot 1. That was implied. Because it's a pilot episode. Because it's a pilot episode. Before we get started, I think there's an elephant in the room that we need to address immediately. Who are we?
Literally nobody knows, nobody cares.
Why do you think we're special enough to start a pod?
We're so funny.
We're so funny.
Everybody's always told us we're funny. We know we're funny. And we thought that the world needed to know that we're funny.
So my oldest daughter asked me yesterday, she has these little cards she got from Chick-fil-A. Am I allowed to say Chick-fil-A? Are we going to get
sponsored?
This video is not sponsored.
We haven't gotten there yet, but if anybody wants to, please call us.
Please.
Lord help us.
So
This is so low budget, it's not even funny. We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're cute, though. That's what matters. Her little conversation card from Chick-fil-A said, "Who's the funniest person you know?" She did not say me, but she did ask me on a scale of 1 to 10 how funny I thought I was. And I said, it depends who I'm around. She said, Thea, Ari. 10, girl.
10. Absolutely 10.
All around 10. I think we know I'm not really good with names. You said we had a what kind of camera?
A DSLR camera.
A DSLR camera.
Tell them what you thought it meant.
I saw it.
Say it out loud.
Acronym. I was like, a dick-sucking lip. There's no way that's what she meant.
It wasn't, but I mean, it could mean that. If we wanted it to. So names are not Mia's forte. Oh, this is Mia. I'm Ari. Completely skipped over that.
Honestly,
it's the pilot.
No.
It's the pilot. It's fine.
And that was the whole elephant in the room in the first place.
You know what the other elephant in the room is? Whether or not the audio is going to pick up on my dog licking herself right now. Daisy, if you're going to be our special guest, you can't do that.
Embarrassed.
She's so, yeah.
Immediately
She's covering
embarrassed.
her face. She's embarrassed. Okay.
She knew better.
So, well, I was going to suggest we do an icebreaker to, like, loosen us up a little bit and ask chat to do, like, a would you rather, but both of our phones are being used, so.
Testing.
Can we talk about the other elephant in the room?
This is not plugged in.
Nothing is working. Look.
There was a light on here.
We don't know what we're doing.
And that's okay.
And we're just girls, and we're learning as we go.
We're just girls.
Okay, so think of a would you rather, since we don't have chat to think for us.
I should have done my homework yesterday.
We also didn't do our homework. Should we kick Daisy out? Is she a distraction?
No. Because then she's going to be out there being a distraction.
With all her neck. We should insert... Adrian, can you insert a clip of my dog and all of her neck skin? Because she's adorable, but she's old.
It's okay.
So right here will be a clip of Daisy. Okay.
We're going to have it in a couple years, too. It's fine.
Don't put that on me. I'm trying so hard to stay youthful.
We just have to sit up.
Right, my posture's horrible. It's fine.
Like, lean back and, like, hide.
No, but the shoulders.
At an angle? Oh, then posture. Okay, fair.
We're comfy. Who cares?
But you know what? We're going to get the attention.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. And
truthfully, that's all we're here for.
A great quote that you told me the other day that I made sure to write down and do not have my notes in front of me. Something about, I just want the attention and I'm getting zero right now. I feel that. Deeply.
I just need the attention. Backstory, it's because I was flirting with a 26-year-old for no reason. I just wanted the attention and the lore of it all.
We need some fun.
Needed to spice it up. I was at the beach. I told him I was 26. Who cares? I have no intention of ever seeing that man again. And I never did.
Absolutely. So, if they're gonna fall for it, it's really the man's fault.
It's really his fault.
It's always his fault.
Obviously, I love 26. That's not really his fault.
I agree. I'll take that.
To be fair, I asked him, never mind the fact that he was drunk. I asked him how old he thought I was. He said 26, and I said, bingo.
You are correct.
That's his fault.
That was probably the first time he ever heard that he was right about something, too.
Probably.
And you know, I was not made for the streets.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I would have been a demon in the streets. I was not made for the streets.
You have so much potential.
I cannot follow through. I do love attention. Let's get that right. My ex-husband said, you need to be loved. There's no way you're not going to date anyone.
100% true.
I'm not dating anyone because I'm terrified of the world.
I want her to be in the streets so bad. So just for the plot, I want her to be in the streets so bad, and she's not cut out for it.
I'm not cut out for it.
Unfortunate.
There was a time after I separated from my now ex-husband, and I wouldn't really call that the streets because
she swears that she was in the streets, and then
I had fun.
She had fun flirting with like 2 boys, and then was over it and couldn't follow through on anything. That is not in the streets.
I went on Dancing with You. Do you remember? Okay. Backstory. Ari and I met at PetSmart 7 years ago.
And
more than 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
We had a coworker, Silver Fox. I guess he wasn't silver then.
He wasn't yet, but
he was getting there.
A little salt and pepper.
Little tiny me.
She was a baby at the time.
I was 22 years old.
Just a precious little baby.
I come in to this workspace. This is basically my first real job because I was waiting tables before that. And this mysterious man in the back is just taking care of business. Like,
he was the one man that worked in a grooming salon with 10 to 13 women.
Fishbowl. That's what it was.
Yeah, we were a fishbowl of like 13 women working in this one man who is in the very back table minding his own business.
Just a silent killer. So my now ex-husband and I split up. I go out with Ari. We go dancing. Who do we see at this country club?
But Silver Fox himself.
With a young little babe. Younger than us.
I forgot about that part. He sure did have somebody with him. I forgot about that part.
And I lost my mind. How could you do this to me? You had no idea I was interested. I honestly probably wasn't at the time because I'm just so loyal, but how could you do this to me?
It's obviously deceit.
On my one night out.
You're not interested in me?
So what did I do? I had a couple drinks in me.
I'm married at the time, so I am 0% in any of this.
She's having fun with me.
I was out having fun with my girl, and then he just so happened to be there, and I was like, Mia, look who's here. Anyway.
I say, sir, we're gonna keep his name private. I say, Silver Fox, really? He looks me dead in my eyes from up here. This is a tall man. Shooters shoot, Mia. And walks away from me into the abyss forever.
Never to be spoken to again.
That was the last time I ever had any interaction with this man.
All that to say, not for the street.
I still don't shoot my shot.
She doesn't shoot her shot.
I don't know how to do it.
Shooters shoot, and she's not a shooter. And that's fine. And you don't all have to be shooters.
So I'm not a shooter.
I shoot my shot and get shot down.
But I think that that's a good thing because I am habitually in a relationship.
Serial monogamous.
For someone who does not know how to work the streets, is terrified to flirt, does not get approached, period. I got approached that one night by a man who was not conventionally my type. He bought me a drink and I ran away.
Which man was this?
Not conventionally my type.
You either friend zone them, or you literally run away, or
literally run away. Yep.
Self-sabotage in some way, shape, or form. There was a man that was obsessed with you. Now, do I think you should have been with this man? No.
Are we talking about the man that was still in my DMs?
No, but that one too.
Wait, who are we talking about?
The man.
Tell me a situation.
I went to your apartment and he had his friend with him. He was obsessed with you, and you were like, run away. No, not doing that. Not that you should have gone for that one.
No,
but
yeah.
He was obsessed with you.
Women, ladies, girls. If a man tells you he loves you,
please heed this warning.
11 days into dating you,
please heed this warning.
Run away.
Run so fast in the other direction.
Run away.
Run so fast.
Run away. What's that song? Run away, love.
I have no idea.
Cool. Mary J. Blige, I think.
Right.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. So, yes, that is what would be classified as love bombing. So run very fast in the other direction. Unless you're aware of it and you're cool with it and want to have fun, and go for that too, because who doesn't love to be love bombed? Right?
It lasted another 6 days. and then I
couldn't do that. What are some of your other disasters, your dumpster fires?
There was a man also equally obsessed with me.
Every single one of them always are.
Terrifying.
Who wouldn't be though, right? Okay.
They're not understanding it. You will by pilot 4. Equally obsessed with me. Dropped the L-bomb. Terrified.
Every time.
Terrified. Ran away from that one. Immediately the night that I broke up with him, someone from across the distance at a bar outdoors locks eyes with me and stalked me like a puppy dog the rest of the night, and ended up coming home with my friend and I and ditched his friends.
Wait, are we talking about
the guy who was in the military and went to California?
Yes. Lord have mercy. Oh, and what about my friend who's in the military, whose friend you dated, that would just get drunk and show up at your house?
Whose friend knew?
My friend had a friend that you dated.
That I dated. So much for not being a part of the streets.
I know, but you never commit. You never follow through. That's where the whole problem lies.
Dated is very different.
Dated is a loose term
than being in a relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Military. You were.
They were in the military. We ended up running into my friend at a bar in San Antonio, and we were like, "Oh, this is
dancing."
Yes.
And that's the one I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one.
He locked eyes with me. He's the one.
Oh, gotcha. I'm thinking, damn.
It's the same person, y'all.
It's just the same person. She's not for the streets.
I'm not for the streets. That was the third man to ever approach me in person. Third and final to ever approach me in person.
It's because you're too pretty. Pretty people are unapproachable.
It's not the RBF.
Well, that too.
The eyebrows.
It's the eyebrows. But it's also because you're too pretty. Okay, so pretty girls don't get approached because men are like, ugh, I'm not going to bag that one. Why bother? Why try? They don't like getting rejected, so they're not going to go for the prettiest ones. Men
drop a comment, not bashing me because you think I'm not.
No, but let us know. Am I on track with that one? That if a girl is too pretty, at the bar or at the club or out in public, if she's too pretty, are you not going to approach her because you fear you're going to get rejected? Let us know if I'm correct on that, because it 100% is an assumption, but I think I'm right.
See, and my assumption, even though I fall in love with every person that pays attention to me. I'm just under the assumption that men are pansies.
No, they all are.
So it doesn't matter where I'm at, what I look like, nothing. I'm not getting approached.
Oh, well, that could be true too. Two things can be true at the same time.
We're sitting in Ari's office, businesswoman mogul over here.
Tell me what.
She had this set up. This was not even for this. She just lives her life like this. Pampered princess. She recently moved into a new home.
I didn't buy it. Don't get it twisted. I'm renting.
I'm
getting there.
I'm about to be homeless in 2 weeks. It's fine. Unbeknownst to Miss Ari, her restroom needed a bit of an update. Mm-hmm. The landlord installed a new toilet. Let's talk a little bit about this toilet.
No, not my super tall, unusable almost without a step stool toilet in my bathroom.
They thought you were in the WNBA.
It's absurd. I have to crawl onto my toilet to be able to use it. It's a serious issue, but thankfully I have 3 bathrooms to choose from. One of them is my son's bathroom, and he's disgusting. So I don't use that one. I don't even dare go into that bathroom.
We don't talk about that one.
No, that one might as well not exist. My toilet's unusable. But my office has a bathroom, so if I just truly have to use the bathroom while I'm in my home, I have at least one. And it's heaven knows which one's gonna flush from a day-to-day basis. I'm so serious, and this is the struggle of renting, because this is a problem I could have solved if I owned the home. Could have solved it myself by now. I don't own the home, and I'm a busy girl. I'm not gonna text my landlord and say, hey, my toilet didn't flush. He's gonna blame me, and we're gonna have to go back and forth, and then somebody's gonna show up, and then who knows who's gonna have to foot that bill. Is it gonna be my fault? Are they gonna blame me for flushing a tampon? Oh, darn, I flushed a tampon. Anyway, so I just don't bother with it. Couldn't be bothered. So I just hope that one of my toilets flushes.
It's not a you problem.
It's not a me problem in any way.
You are really resourceful, though. Like you said, you added a little step stool to your toilet.
So I have a squatty potty, but like a cute one. It's like wooden.
It looks like bamboo.
Yeah, it's very aesthetic. And so I got a squatty potty. I immediately, as soon as I saw the height of it, and people comment on the height of my toilet. So
you're not tippy-toeing to crawl up there.
My son can't use my toilet. I have a 9-year-old, can't use it. He's too little.
Which is good for you.
Yeah, no, stay out of my bathroom. Please, stay out of my hair. Most days.
When I got here today, immediately I said, you're going to be annoyed with me. I have not showered in 3 days.
And we embrace it, and who cares?
I've got 3 little ones. I have anxiety. I don't shower as often as I should, because I just have to see them at all times. It's terrifying.
And single mom's got to do what single mom's got to do.
You got to do it. This is my first time using her shower. I had to use the restroom before. I stripped down naked. I go to her toilet. I climb a step stool. I plop myself on the toilet.
Feet dangling.
I'm sitting there, butt naked. A little uncomfortable, so I cover up, right? It's just me. And I'm sitting there, and I feel like a gargoyle.
I would have paid money to see this image. Paid money.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the little statues.
Yeah, and they squat on top of their face, and they have wings, and they're like this,
just hunched over.
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe it, and
a gargoyle.
I've never felt so exposed,
so vulnerable.
And I know I said I don't remember the last time I showered in someone else's home.
Yeah.
And I know I will never do it again.
At this point, I'll take the anxiety instead of looking like a gargoyle.
I'll stink.
Okay. I want to tell a boy story because I want to make up a nickname.
Let me get my knee comfy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
If only we had the clip that we could insert right here of you flying across your living room through a baby gate because your knees are broken. Too many years of dropping it like it's hot and no means don't work.
I feel like I can still pop lock and drop it on a good day. When I'm tipsy, I don't feel these.
No, because what were you doing with your cousin Audie in the Snapchat? And I slid up on her story. She had gone to the gym with her cousin, and I saw her Snapchat that she posted on her story, and it was Mia squatted down, dropping it like it's hot in this, I guess in the parking lot, whatever. And I slid up on that story and I said, Audie, tell her to get off her knees because they're gonna break right now. Do not. And I wish we were exaggerating. I wish we were exaggerating. Just a week ago, she sent me a picture of her knee and it was like twice the size that it's supposed to be because she flew down her steps through a baby gate across the living room or across the kitchen, dining room, whatever. And couldn't walk for like 2 days. This is 0% exaggeration. So when she says she needs to get her knees comfy, 100% please do, because you're not hobbling out of here.
I would like to say that this is not about me. We were talking about your boy story.
Wow. Okay, fair. Let's talk about me. Okay, what was your thought? Damn it. Oh, you were holding it.
I was holding it.
I'll give you another 10 seconds.
Nope.
Okay, fair.
It's gone.
Which boy should we talk about? The most recent one?
How about
the hinge boy?
Give me a cringe about a boy.
Let's talk about hinge boy that gave me the ick.
Let's talk about hinge boy. To be fair, this is her nickname of him to me too. I don't know the man's name.
No, this is hinge boy. He's always been hinge boy and will always be hinge boy. And hinge boy, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry. Kind of.
No.
I'm not.
We're not sorry.
We're not. You're blocked for a reason. Okay,
subscribe.
Leave us a like. Identify yourself in the comments if you're brave. Maybe I'll call you. So I had started to brave dating. So I've been single for over a year. Scattered dates here and there. We'll call them dates here and there.
Single. No man has said, "Will you be mine?"
Oh, no. Single for over a year. Because the last one that I dated cheated on me and I left him 2 days after I found out. Anyway, so I've been single for over a year, so I decided to start braving the dating sites again. Bumble is terrifying. First of all,
I love that you have to reach out on Bumble.
I do. Well, now here's the thing. Now Bumble has made it to where you can have an opening line to where if you match with a boy, they can like answer your question or whatever to initiate the conversation. So it's no longer
just the women,
women. But you have to have the prompt for them to reach out to you, so you can choose.
Yeah.
Anyway, I for the plot paid for Bumble Premium for a month, so I
this is news to me,
so that I could see who liked me, and it wasn't just about who I'm matching with, right?
Yeah.
So I would go through it with like Katie or Noe or whoever I was with at the time, and we would look at who liked me. Terrifying. It's a scary place to be. So I got off of there. I applied for Raya because that's a joke. I could never.
I don't know which one.
So Raya is the dating app that like influencers and stuff use.
Oh, that's for the zaddies.
Yes.
Okay.
But I have no connections, none whatsoever. If somebody wants to refer me to like be a reference for me on Raya, please let me know because
you need a reference to get on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Disrespectful.
But it's exclusivity, and we love that.
I'll take it.
There's nothing better than exclusivity.
I'll take it.
But please stop excluding me. Right? Let me in.
Business mogul.
I'm somebody.
Put some kind of respect on her name,
please. I need a man. Somebody else. Okay, so I'm not on Raya. Can't be on Raya. So I tried Hinge because that's what I hear the girlies talking about. So I make my Hinge. I'm matching every so often. I match with a couple of people that are like from my area that I know, just for funsies, for the plot, just to say, haha, you're on here too. That goes nowhere, whatever. And then I match with this very handsome man, who we will be referring to as Hinge Boy. It is the one and only date that I've gone on from Hinge. And everything's so I have rules, right? I have rules in place because I don't want to waste my time, energy, or be in a situation I don't want to be in. stuck in that. 5 minutes is too long to be stuck in a situation I don't want to be in. So I have my rules. My rules are, before I meet somebody, you have to pass a FaceTime vibe check, because there's been times that people have failed. So I FaceTime them and I'm never speaking to this person again.
Absolutely.
Texting was great. FaceTime was horrible. So I FaceTime this guy on my way to go see you. We FaceTime for like 2 freaking hours. And everything is great. We're vibing. He's making me laugh. We're texting the whole next couple of days. And we finally decide that we're going to meet. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. All things are great. He lives in Rockport, and sweet boy. And another rule that I have is that there's no sleepovers in my house. None whatsoever. No boys will stay the night in my house. It's just until I decide that I'm comfortable with it, it's a no. And I preface everybody coming to my house by saying, you are not spending the night.
Absolutely.
And most of the time, people agree to it and then get sassy with me whenever I enforce it. And I think it's funny. And
Too bad.
Tough, I told you. So he drives from Rockport to meet me after I got off work. So I worked all day and we're supposed to go on a date. And I got off work, immediately went and took a shower. And Noe thinks that I'm crazy because she was like, you gave this man your address for him to meet you at your house after work and then left him alone in your living room so you could go take a shower where you got naked with a stranger in your house. And I said, probably should have thought that was weird, huh? I didn't.
He passed the vibe check.
He passed the vibe check, and I was covered in dog hair. I'm a dog groomer. I'm gross after work. So I went and took a shower, and I got out of the shower, and I was like, I know we're supposed to go on a date. I'm not going anywhere. I'm tired. We're going to watch TV, and we're going to get food, right? All of that goes swimmingly. Fantastic. Oh, and I have a no sex rule too. So he already knows that's not going to happen. So he had told me, okay, if I'm not spending the night, then I have to leave by midnight. So he leaves at midnight promptly. And I think that he's going back to Rockport, only to find out the next morning he had gotten a hotel in San Antonio. Sweet boy. And asked me if he could bring me coffee the next morning to work. And I obliged. Please bring me coffee. Why would I say no to that?
I'm not going to buy one if you can bring me one.
Correct. Wait on me hand and foot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and he's doing great. All of these are great things. 0 red flags, 0 icks. Right? I don't know where the tables turned. But boy, did they. I think it was a combination of being obsessed with me, but being too nice. And I know that sounds unhealthy.
Well, there needs to be a little bit of oomph.
There needs to be some pushback, some
kind of banter, some kind of...
And everything that he tried to give kickback on or tried to push back on gave me the ick, bro. And I don't know what it was. But anyway, so he is super excited to fast forward. He doesn't stay the night, buys me coffee, whatever. He comes back like a couple of days later from Rockport all the way to meet me at my house in San Antonio. And I think I did break the stay the night rule. I think I let him stay the night.
Sure did.
I sure did. Anyway, but he's driving from Rockport. I feel bad for him. Anyway,
we do not feel bad for men.
We don't feel bad for men. They know what they're getting themselves into, and if you're worth it, he'll do it.
Now we know.
And we always knew. Just keep it forefront. Anyway, so we went on a date, and it was great. And then he took me shopping. We went to a movie, and we took a nap, and like all my favorite things: napping, movies, food, whatever.
He's already being a boyfriend.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. Like this works. I think that's what it was that he was very much, it works, obviously. He was very much acting boyfriend already, which if it had come from somebody I wanted to be with would be great.
But you did not like this man.
I didn't like this boy. And I wanted so bad, hint boy, if you're watching, I wanted so badly to like you. It would have, and he even told me, like, okay, I have experienced a lot of things in my time on this earth, and this man directly said to me, oh, I don't have any relationship trauma. What do you mean? I had a man beat me up for 2 years. That's a story for another time. I had a man beat me up for 2 years. I had another one manipulate and cheat on me. And those were just the two most recent ones. Let's not talk about my ex-husband. Please be watching.
The disclosures we're going to need after this.
I don't care.
Which we will. I got resources on resources. Got you.
I don't care. Couldn't care less. These are my tales to tell.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so I wanted so badly to like Hint Boy, but he has experienced nothing. And I come with a lot of something that I need people to understand. he didn't have it, and he was so precious.
A lot of them were traumatizing.
Right. And he's so innocent and so sweet, and all this sweet, sweet man wanted to do was golf all day and hang out with his son, and that was fantastic for him. Leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
I am not your one, and that's okay.
And that's okay. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, not everybody's mine, and I'm A-okay with that. However,
he wanted you to be his cup of tea.
He wanted me to be his cup. I am his cup of tea.
Didn't he say at some point something along the lines of like, you're mine?
Oh, he kept saying, you're mine.
You're mine.
You're mine. And like, he had a rule that we couldn't sleep together unless we were dating. And I was like, cool, that's fine. Well, he wanted to sleep with me. And so when we were getting hot and heavy, he was like, not unless you're my girlfriend. Are you my girlfriend? And I said, no. And he said, okay, let's do it anyway. But I wasn't going to just say yes because I wanted to have sex with the boy.
Absolutely not.
No.
Just like we don't say I love you just because someone does.
No, absolutely not. So, but he kept saying like, you're mine, you're mine, you're mine. And I told him, I'm not dating you. I'm not exclusive with you. Well, we ended up being like exclusive, but what if I wanted to not be? Like, I didn't want to commit to anything yet because I've only known this boy for 2 weeks. So, and 2 weeks is not enough for me to feel like I know somebody. It's especially not enough to date them. So he wanted so badly for us to be a thing, I suppose. And it just, everything he was doing was giving me the ache because it was just too much, too soon, too fast, whatever. And he would tell me, like, if I'm doing too much, let me know, but, like, didn't listen when I told him it was too much. And then I ended up having, like, an anxiety day where I was just a recluse and, like, he was up my asshole and was like, oh, if I was there, I would make it better. I would just, like, force you to snuggle me, and I said I would punch you in the face if you tried.
And that goes into you don't know someone after
right.
2 weeks. He does not.
He didn't
know how to respond.
Exactly. And he said all the right things. He was like, "Tell me how to go about handling it whenever you have days like this in the future." And I was like, "Oh, how sweet and kind." But then didn't listen. I said, "Leave me the hell alone. That's what you need to do. Leave me alone."
So maybe he didn't have trauma from past relationships because he was the one traumatizing.
You know what? And that's on having revelations. Like realizations. Yeah. That's probably what it was. Anyway, so I decide that I need to break it off with Hint Boy. And this is, mind you, after 2 weeks. And I had told him already, I am quick to block people. I do not have the time or energy to sit and go back and forth with somebody. I'm too old and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So I text him when I was with my other friend Noelle. And we were sitting on my couch and I said, I think I need to end it. And she said, okay, well, text him and tell him that you need to talk to him. So I did. I texted him, I said, hey, we need to talk. And he tried calling me and I ignored it because I was with my best friend. And, excuse me, I just burped into the non-working microphone.
You also called her your best friend, right?
Listen, I have 3-ish best friends. How many best friends do I have?
I don't know. Let me count how many I have first. Feelings just hurt over here. It's fine.
Listen, I have my friends fighting over me constantly.
It's my day.
And it's your day. Okay, so Noe will be my best friend tomorrow when it's her day, but you're my best friend today. Okay. Anyway, so I'm talking to Noe, and so I reject his phone call. Well, he texts me, and he was like, is this you telling me that you're done with me? And I said, well, I didn't want to do it over text message, but yes. And he got very upset. And well, at first he just said something like along the lines of, okay, well, yeah, okay, that's fine. And I said, okay. And I was like, oh, well, that was easy enough.
Clean break
until 30 minutes passes. And he texts me again. I expected more honesty from you and something about if you weren't feeling it, you should have told me. And I don't know why somebody's on dating apps if they're not ready to date. Because I had told him, like, I want to do some work on myself. Because if a nice man is giving me the ick, I'm the problem, right? He was the problem. But I do want to do some work on myself to not be icked out by men being nice to me. And he said, why are people on dating apps if they're not ready for dating and blah, 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 blah. And so I said, in a very kind way, I said that I'm not ready for a relationship and don't want to date you. I don't think I owe you any further explanation. I wish you well. And he said, you too. And I said, okay. And then I blocked him. Well, don't you know?
She didn't block him on everything.
No, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. I didn't block him on everything. He sent me a TikTok about being a boyfriend. And so I looked at the freaking TikTok and then I blocked him on TikTok too, because we're not doing this. And then, mind you, I don't think I've told you this yet. I think maybe I did. I don't know. I think it was like 2-3 weeks after that, maybe even a month. I don't know. It's been a while. I get a random phone call from a Rockport phone number. And, you know, I use my personal phone for my business phone too. So like when people call me on an unknown number, it's not something that is abnormal. But if I'm right in the middle of something at work, I let it go to voicemail. My voicemail says to text me. And so I see this Rockport number and I was like, Rockport, that's weird. That's not our area, but whatever. Some people move. So I thought nothing of it. Well, and then I get a voicemail and I, again, think nothing of it. I think it's work related. Well, I get done with my work day and then I go to look at my phone and I'm catching up on other things that I've missed. And I go to look at my voicemail and I have a voicemail from Hinge Boy himself. And it said something along the lines of like, wow, I didn't realize that you blocked me. I have called you 0 times since the day that you ended things. And I called you the other day.
Hey, all right, it's
Hinge Boy.
I can't believe you blocked me, actually. I have called you 0 times until the other day when I called and I was blocked. If you would, give me a call back when you get this. I would like to have a little discussion with you. If not, I get it, but I do hope you call.
Anyway, so he leaves me this voicemail talking about, I hope to hear from you. And I'm like, oh no, not again. Because I have had an ex that would call me from burner numbers. He would get apps or find some way around being blocked and call me from burner numbers. And so I replied to the phone number, or I sent a text message to the phone number, and it was green. It wasn't an iPhone. And I was like, burner number? And he said he used his 7-year-old son's phone to call me. Stop, why are you so obsessed with me? He used a 7-year-old son's phone to call me, and he said, no, this is phone. Please call me on my phone. And I blocked his son too and moved on because we're not.
Because why?
There you go again, stepping over my boundaries. I blocked you for a reason, and you found a way to go around my boundary. No, leave me alone. And that was the last man that I've talked to. And icky. And I knew that my intuition was right about this boy, because if he's willing to go around that boundary, what other boundaries is he willing to cross?
You're going to push things.
You're going to push it. And I'm not asking for too much, and I know I'm not.
No.
So that's just that on that. That was the most recent adventure. And I recently, for the plot, got back on Bumble, and it has been crickets. There's actually been one boy. Damn, it's been crickets. It really has, because I keep swiping left on everybody. I'm not lowering my standards, and I'm swiping left on every single person. And that's just where we're at today. That's where we're at.
And that's how it has to be. I remember back when I was on the dating sites, I had
so much fun.
Because it was for the plot.
It was always for the plot.
I have always had zero intention of never meeting these people in real life.
Yeah.
Because I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified.
I used to try to encourage you. I'm like, please just do something.
And you know what? Plenty of fish. Plenty of fish.
Scary.
Horrifying.
Scary place to be.
And I got messaged by someone, a few someones, but like a diamond in the rough.
Mm-hmm.
We still like our acquaintances till this day. That one was like good. That came out of Plenty of Fish. Deleted it immediately after we exchanged phone numbers because terrifying. I didn't know there were filters, so I didn't have like 57-year-old like scary men messaging
asking for feet pics and shit.
Crazy. What was it? Bumble. I got ghosted by someone.
Oh yeah.
I know I'm not everyone's 10, and that's perfectly fine, but sir,
Please, have some couth. You got ghosted by a 6 at best.
I'm going to take it down to a 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take it down
on
to
his
a 5.
best day.
Height, I'll give you an 8. That is it.
Fair.
That is it.
Fair.
I got ghosted.
And can we talk about ghosting culture for a minute?
No, because I do it. I can't say I do it. I have done it.
You're part of the problem.
I was.
No, because
part
I've
of the
done it
problem.
too. I've done it too. And you know what? I don't think there's any now that we're talking about it, I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I think it depends. If you are ghosting someone who is actively communicating with you and is being respectful and you just don't feel like dealing with them anymore,
Yeah.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
Give them a little bit.
Something.
Give them something.
Like with Hinge Boy, this isn't working and I don't owe you an explanation.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just somebody that you're like flippantly talking to every now and then on Snapchat, block them. Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
They haven't earned anything from you.
No, back when I like was in the streets, but like not in the streets because I was terrified.
I was trying to be in the streets.
I was ghosting people left and right.
You were. It was like day to day that I was like, okay, so what about this one? And you're like, oh, we don't talk to him anymore.
Nope, scared me.
I'm like, okay. And
I did want to repeat.
There would always be somebody though.
Always someone.
Yeah.
I want to be very clear. When I say scared of someone, I do not mean they were aggressive. No. I do not mean they were disrespectful. I do not.
Though there were some of those.
Some, yeah, the ones I actually met.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah. So when I say scared, I'm terrified of my own emotions. I will take all accountability for that. I like you a little. You like me a lot. I'm out.
Scared.
I'm out.
Running.
Scared.
For the hills.
I turned someone into a monster for doing that. Actually, his words, not mine.
Poor baby. I know. He didn't. I don't think you should take full accountability for the monster part of it. I think the potential for him to be a monster was there anyway.
You know what? I'm gonna accept that.
Yeah.
Because
it might have been a catalyst, but I think he had
it would not have immediately happened.
No.
If he didn't already have it in him.
Right. Right. You might have been a catalyst, but you were not the reason that man turned into a monster, please.
I'm gonna take that.
We're not blaming ourselves for men's issues. The lengths that they'll go to not have to go to therapy, blaming everybody else is one of those. And that's on mental health.
And that's on mental health.
Yeah. So stay tuned for the rest of the lore that comes with our dating lives. We're not quite, we don't have time in this episode to go over the main chunks of our dating history.
Also, backstories on, getting laid hands on for 2 years.
Yeah.
We'll talk about those another time because we know things happen.
We have to kind of build for those stories. I will eventually tell those stories because I have zero shame. I'll talk about my divorce. I'll talk about the man that beat me for 2.5 years. We'll talk about it. That's just how we reference him. We'll talk about what else? What other the one that cheated on me? We'll talk about him. I guess those are the 3 big ones. Those are 3 real big ones. We'll talk about those when we get there. But we don't want to come on too heavy all at once. Yeah. I don't want to get rid of our best, juiciest stories all at once, please.
And we have them. I am no saint. I am a serial monogamous.
But it's fun.
I've got my stories. It's fine.
It's fun.
It's fine.
The monogamous stories are sometimes even better than the street stories. So, especially when it's from one and then back to the other, then back to the next one. And it's fun. It's all for fun.
All for fun.
And it's all learning. We were young. We're still young.
I'm still learning.
She's still young. It's fine.
And here we are.
And here we are.
That saying started,
and here we are.
6 years ago? 7 years ago?
7 years ago, probably.
We had a mutual friend that we worked with at PetSmart. Traumatizing PetSmart. Traumatizing all of us.
It was the worst. It was the trenches.
Trenches.
So bad that she left and like 3 of our other friends left, and then I left all within the span of a month. But only from the grooming salon, not from the whole store, from the grooming salon. We went from a team of like 13 to a team of 5 in like 2 months. And I'm the only one, I think, that still has a grooming career. And I left it and then came back. So PetSmart was the trenches.
You may have been the only one who left in a respectable manner as well.
I was the only one who didn't just pick up their shit and leave. Or pick up their stuff and leave.
I walked out cursing and yelling and banging on the office managers. Whatever. It's fine.
And everybody else just didn't show up, or they showed up to get their equipment and then left. And I gave 2 months notice.
And that's on being a mogul.
And that's on being a businesswoman.
On being a businesswoman. One of the girls that was in the trenches with us, we had a falling out. Maybe funny story for another time.
Another funny story.
I was being a mean girl.
We really were
mean, so mean. I regret it. I forgive myself for it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Well, she would say, and here we are.
And here we are.
She got it from a movie or a show. She got it from something, and I have never let that quote go.
It's stuck. And I even say it to this day, like in contexts where nobody would understand what I'm saying. And it's like a skim. We just say it.
And here we are.
And here we are. So let's talk about Eli.
My ex-husband.
So further into the backstory, so when I met Mia was before she was married, but was with her now ex-husband, the love of her life at the time, the center of her universe at the time. This is where
loyal woman.
This is where I learned how to be like fiercely loyal, was because I saw how she was with Eli. And like, if Eli's not welcome, I'm not going to be there. If, you know what, that type of thing, like I stand 10 toes down for my man type thing. And like, this is the model that I learned that from. Now I have taken that and,
it's okay.
I took it with a grain of salt and I apply it now in a healthy way, because it was a little like,
it can get cloudy. Yeah.
Right.
Loyalty is cloudy.
Right.
So him and I have known each other since we were 15 years old. We had been best friends all throughout high school, all that good stuff. We ended up having a child together and dating as adults, all that good stuff, right? We split up because when we had a child, my switch flipped. His took a little bit longer. He's a great father, a great co-parent.
We love him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We wanted him to be part of the pod.
We used to have a group chat that we titled Two Girls, One Idiot. And we so badly wanted him to be our third host. And
we convinced ourselves he was...
Well, and he said he was down, but he didn't think we were serious.
He thought I was joking.
He thought that this was just another thing that we were just talking about and didn't take us seriously. And so when we started talking like logistics about like coming together and doing the pod, he was like, oh, we're not doing that.
He said, I have a job, I have kids, I have a woman.
And we were like, so disappointed. Friend, come back.
Friend,
what are you doing? And he's so funny. And I think he would make us even we're already funny, but I think he would make us even funnier. And he decided, and he was telling their daughter that he was talking to her and was like, she had said something about me and Mia doing a podcast and asked like, are you going to do it with them? And he told her, oh no, they're not serious. And so
he said, they're just being
silly. And so I was like, call him right now. And so she calls him and was like, we need to talk about the pod. And he was like, oh, you're serious? And we were like, yes, we're serious. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No,
I'm not doing that.
We were so offended, and he's going to regret it when we hit it big.
But you know what? I get it.
And that's fine. We can respect it.
He has his life. He's got a great woman. He's got children.
Yeah.
And
he really doesn't have any business having a podcast with two dumb girls.
It's okay. He can be a guest one day.
And it's fine.
And that's fine. We'll have your kings waiting for you.
Yeah. And we will. And we will welcome you with an open couch.
So anytime I talk about baby daddy number one, I've got two. long story. Next pod. Baby daddy number 1 will be him. We have a great relationship now. We have a great co-parenting ship. I will always consider him to be one of my best friends. We ride for each other. Ride it on in the most respectable way.
Yeah, in the most appropriate and respectful way. I wish that I had what she has with my ex-husband.
It did take a long time to get there.
And we did have it at one point. We were there. We were doing it. Things went south for another day. We'll talk about that another day. But they've really done a bang up job coming together as co-parents for what's best for their kid and for having like a good, healthy relationship.
At the end of the day, it does not matter. We do not matter.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. It's just parenting and taking care of the kid. And y'all do that so well. I aspire to be that way.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's the coolest. So yeah, Eli, one day. And me and Eli used to be like bros. Like we were tight. And she forgot that I even knew him.
No, the problem is, and so I have lived a traumatic life. I disassociate. I have years of my life that I do not remember.
Just blank.
They are not there. Therapy couldn't help me figure them out. It's fine. This man befriended every one of my friends when we were dating. He stole my friends.
Now, let's not be dramatic.
You cannot be cooler than me and take my friends.
He was cool.
Because when there was a split, he definitely took some.
He did.
He definitely took my friends.
And that's a story for another time, too. We're just coming up with all the stories that we're going to see. We're leaving breadcrumbs. Y'all have to come back to hear the lore on these things because there's some that he took.
I know y'all are going through this, too.
Yeah.
Or
if not, you have. And it's funny. He really did take some with him. I respected my friendship with him from afar, but I chose her, obviously. But she forgot that I even knew him.
I think one of the things I had told you early on was you're stuck with me or you're not getting rid of me or something 100%. Like that.
Yeah.
I have told that to a very select few people. And I sure mean it.
She said, "Oh, you're stuck with me now." I was like, "Today."
Oh, you're like, "Ooh, scary."
I know. I was like, "Oh, okay." No, it was more like, "Oh, okay, we'll see." Because I've never had a friend stick around. But you're one of my, besides Megan.
I was about to say, shout out Megan.
Yeah, shout out Megan. Besides Megan, you're like one of my long-term friends that I've had. Like one of the longest friends I've ever had.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and we met in adulthood, which there's something to be said about friendships that you make in adulthood. Like everybody talks about your childhood best friend, which I have a couple of those. But there's something to be said about the friends that you make in adulthood that are in the trenches with you. And
people who meet you where you're at.
Yeah, and like you are in whatever you're in at that point in your life, they meet you there and ride the waves with you. It's something to be super grateful for. And I have quite a few of those types of friends, and I'm very grateful for them. But there are some that did not ride the waves with me, and it took me out. Like, it scared me from having friends. And so whenever she was like, "Oh, you're stuck with me now," I was like, we'll see how long that lasts, right? But here she is. She's never wavered. Except for that 1 year that we just didn't talk for a while.
We don't talk about that.
We don't acknowledge that 1 year because
there was a gap year.
We had a gap year. It's fine.
And life gets in the way.
And literally she FaceTimed me one day and was like, "Hey, here's the updates." And I was like, "Cool." And we've been right back where we left off ever since. So there's something to be said about those adulthood friendships that you make and how lasting that they can be and how important they are.
Yeah, I agree. I can name 2 people that I knew before adulthood, and they're both my baby daddies. Oh, God. I do have acquaintance contacts with friends that I had back in the day, like middle school even. I just got a haircut from one of them. But friends and people who are actively in my life, 2 baby daddies.
Yeah. I think I've retained maybe 1 or 2 like childhood friends as like people who I would call my good friends. they're not my baby daddies, but I only have one of those.
Born and raised San Antonio. We're lucky I have 2 only.
Yeah, that's fair. You 3 kids and only 2 baby daddies is great statistics.
Absolutely.
Great. Yeah, we're beating the odds, honestly.
I agree.
I guess we'll see y'all in the next pod. Thanks for sticking around for the pilot. Bye! That was fun. Okay, let's
We got the hang of it.
let's hope that the camera recorded anything. Oh. No, it was working, I think.
Look, 1 hour, 13 minutes.
Yeah.